Sunny और मुझे थोड़ा selfless बनना पड़ा because Sunny was very aware that in the first half he will be missing for quite a chunk. There are a few moments that could have been edited and made crisper and everything, and more of Tara and Sakeena. My friends now make fun of me. They're like, Ameesha, you're not meant for Friday to Friday releases. You're meant for only iconic blockbusters. Yeah, but everyone was against the launch because everyone had no faith in Hrithik.
Okay.
Because at the same time, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's son Abhishek was being launched.
Yeah. Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us Ameesha Patel, who is riding high on the success of Gadar 2. Welcome to Pinkvilla, Ameesha, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Thank you. My first question to you is, when was the first time that you heard from Anil Sharma that he's making Gadar?
Actually, I heard from Sunny.
Okay.
In 2018, I was at the airport in Delhi and Sunny and I was sitting in the lounge together. And he said, "Aapko मालूम है, we're working on Gadar 2 and has Sharma ji contacted you and also?" I said, "नहीं Sunny, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है." So 2018 थोड़ा सा buzz था. Then Anil Sharma had come home for Diwali and he said, "मैं work कर रहा हूँ, बस उतना ही काफ़ी." Then 2019 में मुझे फ़ोन आया, तकरीबन सितंबर में, अगस्त सितंबर में कि we are going to start Gadar in February, March 2020.
Pandemic.
And then came COVID, lockdown, everything was unsure and no one knew कि क्या होगा. Bollywood went through the worst phase ever. Film industry had shut down, कोई theatre में नहीं जा रहे थे. It was the worst time it was the dark ages for the film industry. 2021 में again the buzz started and then we said this time we'll keep quiet और जब actually announcement करनी हो तो announcement करके फिर we'll start shooting.
But how did you react when you heard the plot?
I heard the plot. I thought this is a good different plot. इस बारी सकीना वापस नहीं जा सकती पाकिस्तान, नहीं तो वो बहुत similar हो जाएगा. तो Sunny और मुझे थोड़ा selfless बनना पड़ा because Sunny was very aware that in the first half he will be missing for quite a chunk and it will be Sakeena's hold that will have to take the film, and then the second half he will have to maneuver the film and steer the film. So it was something, I think, as an actor, both of us decided, we knew that we have to be very selfless this time, though we know that the audience wants more Tara Sakeena. That has been the feedback completely from everyone, that there are a few moments that could have been edited and made crisper and everything, and more of Tara and Sakeena. But we went with the flow because we didn't want a repeat of the old film. We wanted to attempt another kind of Bond. And all I can say is we went with that gumption. We worked hard. Sunny worked on a lot of edit on his side. I worked on some edits from my point of view. We did try to make the film as wholesome as possible because we've also become more experienced actors, directors, producers through the journey. And finally, you had a product which has been loved by the people.
How will you define Tara and Sakeena?
Magic, iconic, historic, irreplaceable.
But was it difficult for you to play Sakeena after 22 years?
No,
20
not
years
at all. 20 years,
no,
not at all. Actually, Sakeena never left me. And I don't think it left Sunny also. Tara Singh never left her. We never rehearsed. We never did our dialogues before. We never had sittings, nothing. We went on set just in our costume and started with Urja Kale Kava and we were Tara Sakeena. I think we were born to play Tara Sakeena. I think it's a past life connect. They are iconic, beautiful characters where I think, in our lives, I don't know how we'll able to ever get over them because they live in our hearts.
But Ameesha, if you look at your journey from Kaho Na Pyaar Hai till now, how do you view your journey? It has been full of highs and lows, everything.
Like everyone's journey, ups, downs. You hit rock bottom, you come up, you hit top, you hit bottom. Sometimes it's stagnant. It's a circle of life. And life's a leveler. Life tends to level everything out and you just have to, at those moments, be positive. I always tell people I don't let success or failure both get to my head because that's when you can deal with it, both, and learn from them. You have to learn lessons from success, you have to learn more lessons from failure. And that's when you can have a grounded approach to life. Also, I've kept my life very real. The people that surround me are from my life that was not films. It's my old school college friends. They're all relationships and friendships of 25 years plus. And we've been through all the journeys together. Their ups and downs, my ups and downs, but we've been together. And I keep my circle small and I think they keep me grounded as well and real. So there's one Ameesha in front of the camera, but the real Ameesha is the real me. What you see is what you get, you know. The Ameesha who calls a spade a spade.
But do you have any regrets in terms of your acting career?
No, because like I told you, circumstances made a lot of things happen, and a lot of good films that I could not do were date issues because I had other films. I could not be unprofessional and leave. And a lot of films I didn't do also bombed. A lot of films I didn't do also were hits. So it comes with both, right? And you've got to take it all in your stride and move ahead. And my friends now, you know, make fun of me. They're like, Ameesha, you're not meant for Friday to Friday releases. You're meant for only iconic blockbusters. So tab tak you keep shant only. And I laugh like, you know, you all are so unfair. You all have set the benchmark too high for me.
You know, you spoke about missing out on some films. Could you tell us which one you missed out on in terms of?
So, Tere Naam, Chalte Chalte, Munnabhai, the first part were a couple of films that were talks that didn't even get to, you know, for some reason slipped out of the hands and stuff like that. Yeah.
When we look at the start of your career, you did Kaho Na Pyaar Hai and Gadar. I think that's one of the best launches for anyone in the film industry.
Yeah, but everyone was against the launch because everyone had no faith in Hrithik.
Okay.
Because at the same time, you know, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's son Abhishek was being launched. I was not non-filmy. He was being launched with Kareena, and so this was a very underdog project. Till of course Kaho Na Pyaar Hai actually came to the screens. So yeah, in fact, people asked Mr. Rakesh Roshan to change the release date because we had Shah Rukh and Amir's film Fir Bhi Hai Dil Hai Hindustani and Mela before and after us. And they said, how can you bring these two nobodies, you know, in between these two hurricanes of films? And Rakesh uncle said, I'm not going to change. I have faith in my film. That was enough for me and Hrithik, that our director had faith in us. And it was enough for me that such a big director like Rakesh Roshan was risking his career and his son's career with a new girl like me. So that gave me the confidence that he has faith in me. Dunya ki mat suno. Give your best to your, you know, film, and that's all. And then rest is history.
True. I mean, Kaho Na Pyaar Hai, I think, is one of those romantic films which has lived on for 23 years now.
Yes, absolutely. And I still want to watch it. So
watch it again and again. So yeah. And you know, Ameesha, when we look at social media, how do you view social media in today's time as a celebrity?
I view social media as only a wheel to connect with my lovely fans. I don't pay attention to the trolls because you can't please everybody. And the fact that people are trolling you, question to them is, if you hate me so much, why are you taking out time and energy to follow me and then to comment on me? Means actually you don't hate me that much. So, you know, you're getting a kick out of it. But I like my Instagram and my Twitter is very real. I don't have only photo session pictures that I post. I post every moment of my life. Whether it's birthdays, celebrations, festivals, Ganesh Ji, my work, my photo sessions, my film news, my updates, things about my family and friends, birthday wishes, I do it all. And I keep it very real. My social media is not handled by anyone, it's handled only by me. It's not choreographed. I don't want to get the perfect picture with the perfect hair and makeup in, because that's not real. I like to keep things very real and connect with my fans and let them into my world a little bit, which they would not get to know except me on screen. So I keep it real.
And you have no regrets with regard, because you know, in today's time there are so many people who are calculative on social media. Okay, how will people react if I tweet this? And you are very candid.
I'm very candid. I retweet what I want and I Instagram what I want, whatever post. Because why should I lie about my life? You know why? I've never lied. When there was no social media existing, I was an honest person. Why should I become a liar because social media exists? I don't do it to make an impression. I do it to connect to people, to let my fans have a little part of my life which they ordinarily would not get.
But you know, Ameesha, we are in an industry where not a lot of people take honesty too well. Has honesty ever cost you in the...
Loads, all the time, because I cannot be dishonest. I don't know what it means to be dishonest. My grandmother always brought me up saying, you know, the honest path is a tougher, longer path, but the surer path in the long run. And you should be able to wake up every morning, look at yourself in the mirror and sleep well at night and look at your clean self in the mirror. So that keeps me going. You know, I don't want to be dishonest to get a few more films or a little more money and all, because I will lose the person I am. I'd rather be content with the human being I am. That comes first for me.
And what kind of films do you want to do after Gadar?
I want to do all kinds of films as an actor. I want to play a cop, I want to play a spy, I want to play a villain, I want to even do an item song, I want to play a lawyer, courtroom drama, I want to play a pre-independence, go back into history, like a Pakiza Mughal-e-Azam kind of role. I want to go into the Mughal era, I want to go to the Rajputs. So there's so much to be tapped. I want to do good OTT shows. I've really enjoyed Shahid's Farzi and I've loved Night Manager. I thought the entire star cast was brilliant. There is some really good stuff happening there as well. So I would like to dabble in a lot of things. I loved Sushmita Sen's Arya. I think she was phenomenal. And I'm so happy that an actress of her caliber got to showcase that talent. And I love her. I've always loved her. So she's like fab. So there's so much happening and there's so much work there for everyone. So I hope people don't typecast me and think, okay, she's only good for glamorous or just sweet roles, but actually give me like those hardcore, powerful roles.
And apart from Gadar, any film of yours which you think is franchisable film?
I think Humra's Kaho Na Pyaar Hai, Bhool Bhulaiya 3 bringing the original cast back would be something the audience would love to see. Maybe even a Honeymoon Travels, a Race 4 with the original star cast, with a dash of Salman Khan. Like that would be like merge Race 3 with Race 2. That would be a fantastic franchise and interesting for people to see. So yeah, I think I have a lot of films in my film history that can be franchised.
But there have been no discussions with regards to any of...
See, actors get the discussion last. Heroines get it the lastest. It is up to the producer and director because the IPOs belong to them, the IPs belong to them. So it's their decision, actually.
And lastly, any plans of production? You have your own company. So
yes, it'll all come into momentum. It took a backseat because first COVID happened and the focus was there, and are people even going back to the cinemas? Are people accepting Hindi films? There was a ban Bollywood, whole thing going on to ban us and stuff like that. So it was a very shaky time for Hindi film industry, and then Gadar happened and the focus was there. So now we'll start focusing on different aspects of filmmaking.
Correct. And I think the entire movement has now been crushed by Gadar with
Gadar hysteria, Gadar mania. It couldn't get bigger or better.
And what about Gadar 3? The film ends with to be continued, and it has the Taj Mahal, which I think Tara Singh gifted you in the first part.
Yes, that's the token of love. That's the symbol of love of Tara and Sakeena. Let's see, I don't know, there's been no talk with us at least till now, but of course, I'm sure if they have a good subject, then they will make it. But this time round, like I told you, I know the audiences want to see more of Tara and Sakeena. We had to do a different kind of Gadar, keeping Gadarness intact still, but we needed to do a different take on Gadar. So it's not to look too similar to Gadar 1. But Gadar 3 definitely, the audiences I know want more of Tara and Sakeena in it.
And I'm sure they will get it eventually whenever it is made.
Inshallah.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you guys.